Titans, Texans. Yikes. Where are we starting here with this game? These are two teams that are really struggling right now. I mentioned earlier in the show the Texans 0% right now red zone conversion percentage when it comes to getting in the red zone and scoring a touchdown. The Titans, most penalized team in the NFL, near the top of the list when it comes to drops. Just a not very disciplined team. Now you have Brian Callahan giving up play calling duties, which I don't think that was his choice. I think that we've got some drama behind the scenes with what's going on in Tennessee, but these are two teams that have not played well to start the season. There's no other way around it. Where do you want to start previewing this one, though?
All right, so I've been getting asked by several people all week, what's wrong with the Texans offense? And my answer is a lot. There is a lot wrong with the Texans offense, and I could go a million different angles with this, but one thing that jumped out at me looking especially at their passing game this week, when they see a standard rush, when things are easy to see and it's just a four-man rush and their offensive line, everything's kind of clean, they look like a respectable offense, right? Middle of the pack, they look okay in the passing game. When they get blitzed, they are basically completely dysfunctional. They are last in the NFL in PFF grade against the blitz on pass plays, second to last in passing grade, second to last in pass blocking grade, which those two things obviously go together. 24th in EPA per pass. Has maybe been a couple of explosive plays that carry that up a little bit, but the Titans run about a league average pass blitz rate. If they jack that up, I don't really know what Houston's answer is at this point. And obviously, the Titans have been struggling in the secondary too, but they are pretty much they are completely dysfunctional if you send any pressure at them at all, any extra pressure. So if the Titans look, I know they're banged up front. Devondre Sweat is out. The pass rush hasn't been great for them so far, but I don't think they should be afraid at all to send extra pressure because this Texans offensive line and even C.J. Stroud, they've completely crumbled under the pressure of a blitz right now, no matter who they're playing.
The over-under for this one, 38.5. So obviously Vegas does not think there's going to be a lot of points here in this game, given how both offenses are struggling. Titans offensive line's really struggling. I mean, there's not an offensive tackle on this team that has a pass blocking grade this season above a 58.7, and that's Dan Moore Jr., who has the highest mark there. The rest of them, basically in the 40s. They're going up against the best edge rush duo in the NFL. Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter, they have the highest pass rush grade amongst them as a duo at a 90.1 and the highest pass rush win percentage as an edge rush group at a 46.1. So they're going to be getting after Cam Ward a lot. He's going to be under pressure a lot. Now, Cam can handle pressure pretty well, but the problem is that I feel like his receivers don't. Calvin Ridley has been a major disappointment for them this season. He is one of a handful of veterans that I think are getting paid a good chunk of change or at least a good portion of their salary cap that is not giving them good return. You can talk about the drops. You talk just about the lack of targets and catches and return on investment basically on a play-by-play basis for him. And he's getting outplayed by a rookie. And everybody knows I love Alec Iomaner as much as the next guy. But it should have always been Calvin Ridley's their wide receiver 1 and Alec Iomaner's their wide receiver 2. Now we're creeping into, okay, Iomaner's probably going to lead this team in targets and catches and yards at this rate, unless Ridley really bounces back. And it's a tough week to bounce back because you're going up against a really good defense and a really good secondary. Ultimately, I just don't think the Titans have enough. This is the worst roster in the NFL. Now you've got, coaching turmoil with changing hands of who's calling plays and everything like that. I mean, I don't know how you look at what's happening in Tennessee and feel good about buying it at all whatsoever. So even with as disappointing as the Houston Texans have been all season long through 3 games, this has got to be their game. They're still a touchdown favorite in this game. For as much as Houston has struggled, they're still a touchdown favorite. I'm going with the Texans 21. I'm going with the Titans 17. I wonder if we get a little bit Cam Ward magic again, like switching things up with the play callers. Maybe that's just a little bit of extra juice they need. I don't think it's going to be enough for them to win the game, but I do wonder if we get some Cam Ward magic here in this one because we've seen signs of it through the first 3 games. maybe he could put it all together and they could have their best game yet. Ultimately, I do still think the Texans win this one.
Yeah, I have the same margin, but even lower scoring. I've got it 17-13 Houston. I think you could see a game. You remember go back to week 1, the Titans losing to Denver, and that game was very ugly, and it was 20-12. I just think both of these offensive lines don't give their offenses much of a chance to succeed, but the Texans do have the better defense. The secondary, the edge rush duo of Anderson and Hunter, obviously, is just fantastic. I think Cam Ward's going to be under a lot of pressure. He'll get himself in trouble if he gets late in the play and he starts turning the ball over as well. I think the Texans, they so badly need a win in this game. If they lose this game, all panic is going to break loose in Houston, but tough defensive game. I'll take Houston to win it. I think their defense gets enough done in this game to shut down Cam Ward.